When it was built in the 1960s, the Tom Sauk pumped storage plant was unlike really any other power plant in the world, at least in terms of size. South of St. Louis in the Ozark Mountains, it was designed to meet a very specific need. I've talked about pumped storage on the channel before, and Tom Sauk was one of the largest facilities of its time. Built by Union Electric, which eventually merged with Ameren, the whole plant is basically a battery. It's actually a net consumer of electricity, which is normally not a good thing for a power plant, but managing the power grid isn't only about how much electricity you can produce, but also when you can produce it. Large coal plants in the Missouri area could make lots of power, but they couldn't ramp that production up and down to accommodate fluctuating demands throughout the day. So Union Electric proposed a clever solution, one that's pretty common today but was innovative for its time. 2 reservoirs were constructed, one low on the East Fork of the Black River and another near the top of Prophet Mountain, Missouri's 6th highest peak. Between them, a hydroelectric plant with 2 reversible turbines. When electrical demands are low, rather than reducing the output of thermal power plants, that energy can go toward pumping water from the lower to the upper reservoir, usually overnight. Then when demand spikes during the day, all that stored potential energy from cheap electricity can be harvested and put back on the grid by reversing the system to generate hydropower. Of course, you don't get all the power out that you put in. Some of that water evaporates or leaks out, and there are losses of energy in the pumping and generation, but with an overall efficiency of around 70%, it was more than enough to justify the enormous cost of building and operating 2 reservoirs and a power plant that doesn't produce any of its own electricity.